Hi, this is Jackie from ESLspeaking.org. So today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite ESL speaking activities called Just a Minute. So this is the ultimate activity for intermediate or advanced students to work on speaking and speaking fluency. So I put students into groups of 4 and then I write a bunch of kind of different topics on the board. Just things that students could talk for 1 minute about without stopping. So for example, like favorite restaurant, high school memory, favorite sport, a TV show that they like, a game that they play, their family, just those kind of common topics that anybody could actually talk about. So in the groups of 4, I get students to give themselves a number, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then I say, okay, number 1s, you're going first. Then I scrunch up a ball of paper and I give it to one of the students kind of in the front rows, and they throw the ball at the whiteboard with all the little topics on it. And whatever the ball hits, that's the first topic. So each of those people is kind of put on the spot, the number 1s in each group, and they have to talk for 60 seconds without stopping about that topic. I put a timer up on the PowerPoint screen and it counts down. And I just say, this is your challenge. You must talk for 1 minute without stopping. It can be a little bit challenging for some students, but most students are kind of able to do it as long as the topic is familiar enough. So don't choose any obscure things or this will be much too difficult. So the other 3 members in the group, number 2, 3, and 4, they have to listen to that person talking, and then they have to think of 1 or 2 interesting follow-up questions for that person once the minute is done and they stop talking. So this is kind of optional, but it's the best way to encourage active listening. So if you don't do this, the other members in the group will be thinking about those topics on the board, what they're going to say, planning out their own speeches, etc. And it becomes not a speaking and a listening activity, it just becomes a solely speaking activity. So once that first person is done with the 1 minute speech and then the follow-up questions, number 2 goes. So they throw the scrunched up paper at the board, then the second topic. That person talks for 1 minute, follow-up questions, and then number 3 and number 4 go. So I also love this activity because it requires no preparation, no materials. It's quite useful. Students generally like it. And yeah, it's a great way to fill up like 20 or 30 or even 40 minutes in your class in some cases if you have some discussion about the topics or kind of elicit some answers about what people said about each thing, and the teacher can ask some follow-up questions to the people as well. Alright, so if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe, and also be sure to check out my book, 101 ESL Activities for Adults. You can find it on Amazon or anywhere that you like to buy books. Alright, until next time, thanks for listening. Bye everybody.